So, do you all know what an Ultraman is? We've all heard of Iron Man competitions, but do you know what an Ultraman is? So, the gentleman sitting with me here is Ingit Anand, and he has done an Ultraman. Just what an Ultraman is. Now, an Ultraman is a competition that is extended over 3 days.
Yes,
On day one, he did a 10-kilometer swim and 145 kilometers of cycling in high elevation.
yes,
On over all 3 days, the cutoff time was 12 hours, which means if you do not complete in 12 hours, you're disqualified.
yes.
On day two, there was 276 kilometers of cycling, and on day three, there was an 84.3 kilometer run.
On almost 770 meter of elevation. So,
And not just that, before that, Ingit has completed 5 Ironman.
yes,
And after the Ultraman, he's also done one more Ironman.
yes, yes.
So it's all in a day's work for you. So, can you tell our viewers that can you share some elements of your training program? What makes you such a high performing athlete?
So I think when it comes to the training regimen consists of four key sports. One is swim, bike, run, and strength training. Now, the most important thing that I've learned in the endurance sports is the sooner you get a coach, it will be better for you to improve your performance, be able to set the bigger goals and achieve those goals efficiently. So my training program, when I was training for Ultraman, basically it was 7 days of training. I would hardly get a red day, but the training uh, per day was somewhere around 2 to 2.5 hours, and on the weekend it would be somewhere between 8 to 10 hours. So this is the ballpark numbers when I'm talking about the Ultraman training.
So, do you have one coach for
Yes,
all
yes,
three?
yes. I have one coach, and it is always advisable to have one coach for the entire triathlon because the sport is interconnected. I mean, the swim, bike, run, and only a triathlon coach can understand the nitty gritty of a sport. Because if you have an individual coach, that coach may be specialized in their domain,
Mhm.
but when it comes to the triathlon, it's the three sports combined and it makes it as a one sport. The one thing that people can opt for on an individual level is they may have a strength coach or they may have some sort of physio. But otherwise, in my experience of the triathlon, it is advisable to have one coach who has a great experience of the triathlon.
So, you agree with me that triathlon is also a mind game,
Absolutely,
right?
absolutely,
So,
absolutely.
you must have something that keeps you motivated, some kind of a thought process. Do you have your days when you don't feel like training?
I think there are days, or maybe many days, when I don't feel like training, but the motivation for me is the goal that I have set, and with a goal, there is a certain other performance which are set. That could be the time, that could be the pace. So the goal itself is a motivation for me to keep going, and I have a simple logic. I mean, when I feel like I'm not feeling like doing a particular workout, or if I'm not feeling in a good shape on mentally or maybe physically, I just tell myself, this training will make me go closer to my goal. It will help me to inch closer to my goal.
Mm.
So if you develop this thought process that this training session will reduce the gap between my goal and me, it actually helps.
Okay. And during your competition?
See, during the competition, it's like a mixed bag of emotions. You go through your past, you go through your present, you go through a lot of the hard days, and it's. I think it's a journey that cannot be explained in the word, but it can be experienced. But yes, it's a whirlpool of the thought which goes in the mind. So, but again, at at every few moments we have to remind ourselves, or I have to remind myself that I need to get on track and focus on this. So it's like one stroke at a time, one pedal at a time, and one step at a time during the run.
I see.
Yes,
That I think you put it in a very nice way.
yes, thanks.
So you've mentioned of course, the importance of strength training.
Yes,
You do strength training regularly,
yes.
about 3 times a week, 4 times a week.
Yeah, I do strength training 3 times a week. But in the last year, in 2023, I just made a simple resolution that I'll do minimum 20 chin-ups per day, chin-ups or pull-ups. So I mean, right outside you can see there is a setup for the chin-up bar. So that is the one thing that I do on daily basis,
I
that
see.
to engage my upper body. But for the endurance athlete, I think the most important message that I would like to give is that you have to incorporate strength training in your training schedule for two reasons: to make your body adaptable to the volume and to make your body adaptable to the intensity. When you make your body adaptable to these two factors, I think mostly you will be injury free throughout the training and the race.
So coming to nutrition.
Yes,
So of course you have an in-house nutritionist.
yes.
So
Thanks.
what do you say about how important is nutrition also as part of your training?
So, when it comes to the training for events like triathlon, Ironman triathlon, or Ultraman, or for that matter, any sort of endurance goal, whether it is ultra run or marathon, see, nutrition is a very integral component of the training.
Hmm.
It's not something that goes separately with the training. You have to integrate nutrition into your training for two reasons: to ensure the better recovery and to get the nutrients so that you maintain the muscle mass and you get the right nutrition. So my fundamental of nutrition is very clear: eat well to perform well. So again, I see a lot of endurance athletes when they do a long run, they feel like they have bagged the right to eat whatever they like, whether it is some fried stuff or ice cream and all that. I think in a different way. If you have done really hard work, your body needs a better nutrition, and the fundamental is simple: eat well to perform well and keep it in the loop. Once you keep it in the loop, you will be able to perform better with the passage of time because you are focusing on the nutrition as well. Because for any endurance sport, the ultimate source of the energy is nutrition. So if you put a good fuel in your body, the body will be able to produce the good output. So as simple as that.
Especially you're a vegetarian.
I'm on a plant-based nutrition since November 2019. So just a quick background that I used to consume. I was a heavy consumer of non-vegetarian till 2008 July. Till 2008 July, I used to eat non-veg maybe 4 or 5 days a week. In 2008, probably 1st July, I left non-veg completely in a one go, and then I was relying heavily on egg and paneer for my protein
Protein.
requirement.
Mhm.
And in November 2019, I quit all the animal products. So since November 2019, I'm on a plant-based diet. And with this plant-based diet, I have completed Ultraman. I've
Hmm.
completed one Ironman, and I think, I mean, in
So
my view, it is the
you
best.
don't have milk products also.
No, no, I don't consume any animal products. So no milk products, no egg, and no cheese. I mean nothing. So it's just a complete plant-based diet, and I have seen with the plant-based diet, my performance has got better, my recovery has become better, and my gut health has improved. Apart from the overall health. And being on a plant based, when we decided to go on a plant based diet, we made sure that we get our test done every 3 months
Hmm.
to check all the blood markers,
Hmm.
inflammation markers.
Hmm.
And at home, we used to, still, even today, we take the measurement every month to see how our muscle percentage are performing and how our fat percentage are performing. So I think being on a plant based diet, my muscle percentage has become better. It has been maintained or it has become better. The only thing that you need in a plant-based diet is a better planning. That's all.
You need to be organized in your meals.
Exactly. You need to organize your nutrition. You need to make sure that you get the optimum protein and plus the balanced meal. So I think it requires a bit of planning, but it's easy and manageable.
Right. So I think that makes your achievement, your Ultraman achievement, all the more remarkable.
Yeah, yeah. So I mean, with this particular thing, I think it probably help people to believe that even if you are on a plant-based diet, you can achieve this kind of goal. And Ultraman is one of the biggest triathlon race in the world. So even being on a plant-based diet, you can easily achieve the goals like Ironman, Ultraman.
So tell us, Ingit, that a normal, an athlete, a regular athlete, I
Yes,
would say,
I am also a normal athlete.
finds it very difficult to say just to cycle or
Uh,
if you just want to run.
uh.
So when you're training for a triathlon or an Ultraman, how do you manage to find time for all the three disciplines?
So the thing is, let's go back to my first answer. It is very important to get a coach because the coach will help you to structure your training plan in an efficient manner. So basically, in a triathlon, there are three sports: so swim, bike, and run. Now, I mean, if you think from a logical sense, it may look like difficult when you have to manage three sports. So when you have a coach in the place, they will schedule your training in such a manner that it becomes manageable, efficient, and it is doable. In fact, I think I found I was into the running earlier. Then I would say graduated or migrated to the triathlon. I think the best advantage in the triathlon that it provides body with a different workout, a
Hmm.
variety of workouts, and that target the variety of muscle. So basically, you stay fit. The chances of injuries are very less. So in my experience, I think as a triathlete, the chances of injury is very less as compared to being only a runner.
Right. So since we've covered strength training, we've covered nutrition,
Yes,
let's come to rest and recovery,
yes.
which is equally important for an athlete.
I think it is the most important. I would not say equally important. It is the
Most
most
important.
important because recovery or rest is the period where the growth happens. So one I used to do the long run, maybe some 5 or 6 years back. So we used to get up very early on Sunday morning because we wanted to do the long run.
Yes.
But I realized at the cost of compromising the sleep in terms of number of hours and the quality of sleep. So over a period of time, I have realized that the sleep is very underrated. We have to prioritize our sleep in terms of number of hours and the quality of sleep, and check in the rest. So if I break down recovery, the recovery basically consists of two components. One is recovery through nutrition, when you feed your damaged tissues, damaged muscles with a good meal, a balanced meal which has protein and all the other nutrients. So one is recovery through nutrition that you have to target, and one is recovery through rest. In that rest, the main is the sleep. So you have to prioritize the sleep. Either you sleep early so you get the optimal number of sleep hours and then do the training, or if you sleep late, then wake up late and do the training in the heat. So it's important to, and it is like a compounding effect. So the more you take care of the recovery, you will realize the performance is getting better.
I know many athletes also who do take a nap in the middle of the day, which is also, what
It,
would you say
it,
about that?
I think those at least may be privileged, but I have a day job, so I can't afford to sleep in the
Yes,
daytime.
I think we need to mention that also that
Yes.
over and above all this training, you also have a full time job.
Yeah, so I have a full time job. I work as a project lead for one of the real estate developer collated ventures. So it's a demanding job, and I don't have privilege to sleep in the mid of the day.
Right.
Yeah.
So you try to you get your sleep in one go. That
Yeah, that is the only option I have. So I sleep in the night, and that is the only opportunity where I can complete my sleep and recovery.
see. So what do you say about the importance of setting a goal?
See, setting a goal is very important because that helps you to stay in the track, that helps you to stay invested in the process. Because let's say, I mean, in my experience uh, of couple of Ironman, so if I tell you my recent example, I did Ironman Kazakhstan on 2nd July 2023, and on 3rd July I registered for another race
Okay.
because for me what works is I need to have a goal in place so that it reminds me that I need to stay invested in the process. I should not get derailed. Because what happens when you achieve such major goal, it is likely that it creates a sort of vacuum that okay, now you have achieved this, I'm done, and I should take the rest, and that rest period somehow it becomes very long or indefinite in a sense. So it's better to have the goal in place so that you are reminded that you have next goal and you have to start training for that.
So, what is your next goal?
My next goal is to do an Ironman distance in 2024 in July. So that is going to be again an Ironman distance. I'm back to the Ironman racing because I enjoy that format. Yeah.
Currently, you're only focusing on triathlons.
Yes, currently I'm only focusing on triathlon.
Okay.
I think it is big plate on
Yes.
in my
Yes.
view.
Yes.
It has swim, bike, run, and strength. So I can't take anything more than that.
But what about say another Ultraman?
I would like to do an Ultraman
Again.
again. Maybe I'm not sure, but maybe 2 or 3 years down the line, probably I'll do one more Ultraman. The thing with Ultraman is with a full-time job, it takes a bit of effort to manage a schedule, and not only schedule, but you have to manage your finances as well. So again, Ironman, triathlon, and Ultraman, these are the capital intensive events. So one had to plan very meticulously in terms of not only time but also the finances in place.
There's just one thing I wanted to ask you. That is what we were talking about the other day
Uh,
about the importance for a runner,
uh,
right? The importance of training as per the race conditions,
uh,
right? So
yes,
that is what I would just want you to tell our viewers. That is,
yeah. So I come across a lot of athletes or runners. At the end of the race, they complain that sometimes they complain that it was very humid, it was very hot, and all that. See, number one thing that I learned from my first coach, Deepak Raj, he told me very beautiful thing. The race conditions are same for all. So I mean, if both of us are racing, we are racing in the same condition. Now, our performance will determine by what we have done during the training.
hmm.
So you train according to the race condition to perform better on the race. The whole idea is that when suppose let's say today was Mumbai marathon, the full marathon, the people will encounter a good amount of humidity and heat in the second part of the run.
Hmm.
Now if you have trained in a humid and heat condition, your body will not be surprised by those conditions.
Hmm.
Now for the people who have trained in North India or in even in Ahmedabad, those who have done all their long run early in the morning at 4 o'clock, now they have done their run in the comfort, be it a better temperature, no humidity. So, in a second part of the run in Mumbai, they may face some challenges with respect to the weather. So, and a lot of people say, we pray that the God weather be kind to us during the run. I think it's better you train your body according to the race condition, especially the Sunday run. Try to run late in the morning so that you get exposure to the heat and some sort of humidity. So I would say train according to the race condition so that you are better prepared for the race. So that is the strategy that we also apply in the triathlon, and that is a strategy for the long distance run where you are going to face the heat and humidity at some point of time.
So you're talking to Ingit Anand. Thank you so much for your
Most
time.
welcome.
It's been a very busy day for you, I know, but you still took out time to talk to us.
Yes.
So you're on Leading the Fit Life. I'm Meghasi Bhatt. Behind the camera, there's Sumit Jadeja, Ronak Shah. Thank you everyone for watching.
Thank you so much.